Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Spin into Stillness. I'm Reverend Rabbi Nashak. It's Wednesday evening. It is that time of the week that we gather online, digitally. We ask a few questions of ourselves, and then we make the time to answer those questions by going into a short meditation and into our own stillness where we can hear the voice, the inner voice, the divine voice, the voice that is always sharing the truth with us. And so I am delighted that you are here. It's the middle of the summer, and it's always good to check in, as we did on Monday for our meditation moment, a shorter version of this, to check in with how your summer's going. This is the time that you get to regroup. This is the time that you get to figure out what you where you are with your intention for the summer and where you would like to be by the end of it. So again, I'm glad that you are allowing yourself to be here, to be vulnerable, to ask yourself questions, and then to, most importantly, act on whatever you learn from your meditation. So we do this in a couple of different parts. We start by setting an intention for this meditation, just like I've suggested that we reflect on our intention for the summer. Let's set an intention for tonight's meditation. And this is a very personal, a really personal thing. So you can, the reason why you're here is what you set for your intention, why you've chosen to come here, what you hope to happen for you, how you hope you might evolve as a result of your meditating either tonight or as they accumulate, as you begin to attend more regularly, or as you practice your regular meditation each day. However you choose to do it, what do you intend by being here this evening? It can be a sentence, it can be a few short words, but it's really why you're here, what you hope to have happen, and that you can measure against later. Is this the right experience for you? Is this the right intention for you? It's just a way of checking back. Now, I like to write them on little slips of paper like this. And the reason that we do that is if we were in person, as we did this long, long ago, we would gather those intentions, and of course, optionally, of course, and you could hand them to me, and then we would throw them into a burning bowl because we set the intention, we apply focus to it, and then we let it go. Then we release our attachment to it. And that's all we're doing here. Now, if you keep a meditation journal or if you keep a regular daily journal, you might want to write what your intention is for this evening so that you can go back and review those entries and see how far you've come. And chances are you have come very, very far. So let's set an intention for this evening's meditation. Find your little slip of paper. And again, if you don't have any, that's fine too. You can just kind of mock write it on your hand, because during meditation, I encourage you to hold it in the palm of your hand and energize it. And then that energy is part of this whole meditation experience. I write another slip of paper that says everyone's intentions, and that's the proxy. That's the one that I'm throwing into the bowl, that is serving as the one, as if we had thrown all of our own intentions in there individually. So once again, let's set that intention. I've written mine. So we energize as we meditate tonight. And now I'm going to write everyone's intentions. Friday. So we've set the intention. We're now activating them. So this is what is happening tonight. You have set the course for your meditation. Now, we have a second part before we meditate, and that is to draw an oracle card. And we use this deck called the Star Codes Astro deck. I love this deck because it's got a lot of really easy to follow, accessible cards and themes and messages. And they don't seem to be as polarizing as other cards might be. And again, these are oracle cards. You don't have to necessarily believe that they are oracle cards. But if you don't, I do like to consider them creative prompts, inspiration, if you will. The way that you might be able to think about your intention and maybe think about it a different way when you see the card, or have some additional insight as a result of the card popping up. Just however you are inspired, look at the card as being a source of that inspiration. It's going to have artwork, it's going to have a theme, and I'm going to read about that theme and some suggestions about how to align the card with your intention. So when we read about it, all of it can serve as more information for you to take into your meditation and to bring out of it as well. So let's do this. We're going to shuffle and then we are going to draw. And I draw the top card because if we were doing a card reading in person, for instance, I would allow you to use your intuition and to draw a card from wherever you want or however you want. But because this is a community reading, what we are going to do is draw the top card. So that's the one that gets drawn for all of us. Are we ready? Creative inspiration. You set your intention, kind of take a look at it as I draw for all of us. Our card for this evening is, oh, good card. Pluto, rebirth. Birth is always good. Starting anew. So we're in midsummer. This is that chance that we can start anew. I'm going to put the card. Space. There it is. The card is Pluto, rebirth. I like it. Let us see what the book has to say about Pluto and rebirth. That is cool. So you might want to put your intention in the palm of your hand now. From this point forward, whatever you are seeing in the artwork, whatever you are feeling as you see the theme, whatever you're hearing from the description or from the information about the card that's resonating with you, you want to add that to the energy of your intention. It may not make sense with your intention right away. It may take a little opening up of understanding before you do. But again, this is your experience tonight. You can make this, you can create this however you choose. Pluto, rebirth. Pluto is the modern ruler of Scorpio and is a powerful planetoid that takes 248 years to traverse the zodiac. Pluto and Chiron, the largest of its 5 moons, circle each other and create a binary system. Most myths connected to Pluto, god of the underworld, have 2 major characters. The one who descends into the underworld to return reborn, and the one who either sends souls down to the underworld or greets them on arrival. From Pluto to Persephone, to Seth and Osiris, and Inanna and Ereshkigal, both sides of these myths, the use and abuse of power, and the willingness to be reborn again into their empowered divine self, describe Pluto's influence. Pluto was also the lord of mining, retrieving valuables from deep within the earth. Pluto calls for 3 actions when we see this card. First, to dig deep. Second, to be willing to transform. And third, to use the power wisely. Sounds like a little superhero origin story. Haven't seen the new Superman yet, but maybe this is my sign to check that out as well. Pluto calls you to drill down, dig up what is worthy and bring it to the surface, then rinse away the dirt and uncover the gold. Bring up the riches whenever you dig deep into your soul's work. Notice obsessions and neuroses. These signs of stress must be listened to and healed, and don't allow them to control you. Pluto reminds you that you can't hold on to the past, but you can take care of yourself. To begin this work, you may have to let go of old form, as a caterpillar must become a butterfly. Mourn what you've left behind, then get curious about what is about to arrive. Examine the power dynamics of this situation. Neither give yours away nor misuse your power over others. Step out of a power struggle and into self-empowerment. The challenge to this card, Pluto's shadow side, can bring up obsession, depression, mortality, and grief. Pluto plays hardball, so get a guide for this realm if needed. The spiritual gift of this card, Pluto asks you in the face of life and death, why are you here? This isn't a rhetorical question. Strip down to the essentials and come back to what really matters to find the answer. So I love this, especially since I have recently discovered a musician who, when I found his YouTube videos, I saw something profound. I saw someone who was in complete control, who understood completely who he was, why he's here, and what he's doing with his gifts. And so it's been very inspirational and also reflective to be thinking about the transcendent experience I had when watching this musician on YouTube. His name is Jacob Collier. I highly recommend checking him out on YouTube, and first start with the video where he improvs with the National Symphony Orchestra in creating an introduction to a popular old tune. So check it out. Jacob's been my inspiration now for the last week, and he continues to kind of come to me in this card. It's time to dig deep. So let's do that together, shall we? Settle down. We are going to go into meditation. And so I'm going to ask you to get settled, find a space that is relaxing as well as energizing. And we're going to take some breaths together. And making sure I can get music to you all. And as we breathe, we're going to relax our body more and more. So we are going to take a breath, filling our entire body with oxygen. So let's inhale and hold and exhale. Inhale and hold and exhale. One more deep breath. Inhale and hold and exhale. You can allow your eyes to flutter closed as we bring up the card, and you can check out this card whenever you'd like. as our breathing returns to a natural, comfortable pace, still with the intention of filling our lungs and our body with oxygen, we are relaxing more and more. Breathing in and out. And now that we are relaxed and comfortable, let us imagine ourselves feeling very safe in this meditative space. Our bodies have become free of discomfort and any pain or anxiety in our minds. Any ways that our spirit might feel wounded during this time together, we simply allow ourselves to feel safe and comfortable. And I want us to picture ourselves on a little archaeological dig through our soul. Imagine an area of your life that you're evolving in your relationships, in your spirituality. And imagine that idea of this issue or experience being embodied in however you are envisioning your soul. And imagine it's time to dig inside your mind for something deep about this issue. And for tonight, this is something that is close to the surface. So imagine in your mind's eye you pick up a pick or a trowel or a shovel, and you begin digging in this soil that is your area of your life that you are evolving. And as you begin to dig, you begin to find things in this very fertile soil. For tonight, we don't have to dig far to find a treasure. A treasure related to this issue. Maybe it's you discovered that you handled something better than you thought you did. Maybe you discovered a relationship as related to this that you didn't know you had. Something wonderful about this place in your life, this experience that we are looking at tonight in this meditation. Pull it out from the ground and dust it off and admire it. Give yourself the gift of the appropriate praise for how you have connected to this issue or this person or this achievement. Shower yourself because you're proud of yourself. And now we've got a little more digging to do. We're close to the surface. Beneath the soil as you dig, you find something else about this experience, this issue, this life occurrence. And it's a way that you weren't necessarily completely pleased with. It's basically the note that you're giving yourself about how you might improve here. You gently brush it off and you look at it and you see it for what it is. More information. More information about how you might live this encounter the next time you get there. And you lovingly acknowledge your own self-assessment. And you know that what you have learned from both your successes and your errors, which are only more information, you know how you might become better at this as you move through it. And now, as we find ourselves with more information, more power, we hear the voice of our deep self, our inner voice, our divine being. As it says to us with clarity and with love, tonight is a rebirth for you. You've learned what you didn't know. You've learned what you did know. in an embrace. We feel the love of our deep and divine self. Wrapped in this divine love from our divine inner self. We feel it close in on us, get tighter and tighter, almost swaddling. Until it begins to release and open and separate like a shell coming off of an egg. This cloak, this cocoon opens wider and wider, and we find ourselves luminous, the essence of who we are. Luminous with more information, more insight, and more clarity from this very, very simple and safe look into our core being. And our inner voice, our divine self, reminds us as this newly emerged being that this ritual is claimable at any time. Rebirth can happen in any moment that we choose to go deep, to find the good, and find the ways that we might have outgrown and move on, and find the ways to change and evolve. Anytime, in any moment, we can experience this same rebirth by digging just a little deeper, finding a little more, being a little more honest with ourselves, and opening up to our own possibilities. And now let us return to our own physical bodies gently, gently, gently. From this space, let us just allow ourselves to float back into that physical body where our breath remains, keeping us tethered to our material earthly life. We find ourselves breathing in and out, inhaling and exhaling deeply as we have been doing. Until we're ready to return fully, we feel ourselves come back into our bodies. You can feel the tingling in our fingers and toes. We can feel our body be reanimated with this energy and clarity as we take a couple of quick breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And on the last breath, we can open our eyes. And find ourselves once again together. And there we are. So I thank you for being here. I'm stuck on my camera. Let's see if I can get myself back here. Well, anyway, I'm still here. Let's see who's here. I know Kathleen and Sue were on the Zoom. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's see what Sue has to say in the chat. Glad to see you. And I'm also glad that we are still here Wednesday evenings. I'm going to check to see who is on, if anyone on the Facebook. You can always catch these on the recordings, guys. You know this. I'm glad to see you always. Glad to see you. Oh, here I am. I'm still stuck, I see. I'm still chatting though. And I'm checking out the Facebook and seeing who is on the book, seeing if I can say hello to anyone there. And I'm going to have to burn these together, but I guess you won't be able to see them because my camera is stuck. And I don't know why. So anyway, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why, but let's burn. I'm going to burn these things. Anyway, I'm going to go back to my first screen. It's definitely the camera. Let me see if I can get myself on the FaceTime camera. Oh, looks like I'm stuck. All right. Anyway, I'm going to burn these together. Guys, thank you so much for being here. As I send these pieces of paper into the flames, please have a wonderful, wonderful summer's evening. I will meet you back here. I'm burning them now. Well, I'm burning them together, if you're paying attention. And I will meet you back here, and we will explore more and experience more. Have a great week. Happy summer's evening. Until next time, love you guys. Thank you.